What's going on, everyone? And welcome back to the channel. Before we jump into today's breakdown, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell icon so you never miss the latest MMA updates. Now, let's dive straight into the reactions from UFC 320. With UFC 320 officially in the books, fans and fighters alike have plenty to talk about. Let's walk through the standout moments and see how the MMA community responded. Jiri Prochazka versus Khalil Rountree. We start with Jiri Prochazka's stunning knockout victory over Khalil Rountree. In the third round, Jiri let his hands go, landing a vicious series of combinations that dropped Rountree and closed the show. After the fight, Jiri made it clear who he wants next. He called out the winner of Alex Pereira versus Magomed Ankalaev, Merab Dvalishvili versus Corey Sandhagen, co-main event. Then we had the co-main event between Merab Dvalishvili and Corey Sandhagen. Even before the fight, fans were buzzing when Merab came out wearing unusual glasses during his walkout. As the fight began, Merab wasted no time. He landed a clean takedown early in round 1, although it didn't lead to much damage. For the rest of the round, both fighters exchanged shots and tested each other's timing. At the start of round 2, Merab went right back to his bread and butter, shooting for another takedown. Corey defended well, but Merab followed up with heavy strikes that nearly overwhelmed him. Somehow, Sandhagen held on. From there, Merab turned it up even more, showing off his wrestling dominance. He began suplexing Corey, and in doing so, became the first fighter in UFC history to record 100 career takedowns. Round 3 was more of the same, pure domination. In round 4, Merab came close to finishing with a Darcy choke, but Corey barely survived. The fifth and final round, again, all Merab. His gas tank never faded, proving why he's often called a cardio machine. In the end, it was another dominant win for Merab Dvalishvili. MMA community reactions to Merab. Peter Yan said, "Good effort from Corey, but Merab was better. Can't wait to test him next." Ryan Garcia said, "I respect the sport of MMA for sure, but damn, these takedowns, dominant fighters make it boring for me at least." Bilal Muhammad said, "That was a great fight. Corey is very good. Merab is getting better each fight." Kamaru Usman said, "Merab is a machine. Hell of a fight, both men." Matt Brown said, "About as good of a performance as we could expect out of Corey. Did pretty well, but it's Merab." Terrence McKinney said, "Is there anyone that can beat Merab? He's got to be the bantamweight GOAT now. So, who's next?" Kevin Iole said, "Merab is the most dominant champion in UFC." Billy Quarantillo said, "Merab is him." Rampage Jackson said, "Good fight. Merab is just too much." Marcel Dorf said, "Merab Dvalishvili is the kind of champion that gets better every time he returns in the octagon. What a fighter." Mike Bone said, "Merab Dvalishvili becomes the 8th fighter in UFC history to have 3 title defenses inside 1 calendar year. The big question now, will the UFC give him the chance to make history with a 4th title defense this December?" The Weasel said, "Performs again. Now these guys have to respect his punching power. He's too OP as it is." Merab versus Yan up next. Alex Pereira versus Magomed Ankalaev, main event. Now onto the main event. Alex Pereira versus Magomed Ankalaev. Leading up to the fight, Renato Moicano had some fun by rocking a Dagestani-style beard, saying he was trying to jinx Ankalaev. Funny enough, maybe it worked. Pereira came out like a man possessed. He landed a massive right hand that floored Ankalaev, then sealed the finish with brutal elbows on the ground, all in round 1. No hesitation, no fear. Pereira looked like he wanted this rematch more than anything. After the fight, Pereira initially planned to call out Jon Jones, but with the news of Arthur Jones passing, he instead took a moment of silence in the octagon to honor Jon's late brother. Jon Jones himself reacted online with a simple message. "Wow, Alex." MMA community reactions to Pereira. Kamaru Usman said, "Geez, Pereira came to thump." Henry Cejudo said, "This victory puts Alex Pereira in the top 5 UFC fighters of all time. Poatan is back on top of the world." Diego Lopez said, "Poatan, no chance today. The champ is back." Peter Yan said, "That was a reminder that rematches can look very different from the first fight." Renato Moicano said, "The best Brazilian fighter to ever exist. Poatan main event White House." Aljamain Sterling said, "Samba." Patricio Pitbull said, "What a great performance. Alex Pereira shows his power once again." Derek Brunson said, Alex Pereira back at top of the light heavyweight division. That was quick. And that's UFC 320 in the books. From Jiri Prochazka's knockout to Merab Dvalishvili's record-breaking performance, and Alex Pereira reclaiming his title in dominant fashion, this card had everything. Now the questions begin. Will Merab be allowed to go for a fourth title defense before year's end? And is Alex Pereira setting up for the biggest fight of his career against Jon Jones? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, hit that like button if you enjoyed the video, and don't forget to subscribe for more MMA updates. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one.